Hi guys, this is Juby Tips, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to move your OneDrive folder to C drive and then to add it to indexing options. Now you might be wondering why you need to do those two things. The reasons are going to be explained at the end of the video, so please stay tuned. Let's get started. So right here I have my OneDrive folder. You see that it's under Windows C drive, users, my username, and then the OneDrive folder. I want to move from here to the just directly under C drive. To do that, I'm going to click Control N in Windows Explorer to open a new Windows Explorer window. I'm going to press up arrow key several times to go all the way to the top. When I arrive at this PC, I'm going to click on C drive, and in here you can see there are multiple folders, but there's no OneDrive folder yet. So I'm going to create it. Right click anywhere in the blank space, choose New Folder, and then you're going to just type in OneDrive and hit Enter. The next step is that we're going to add this folder to indexing options. Now, why do we need to do this before we move OneDrive folder here? Because there's a bug in Windows 11 as well as all other Microsoft Windows versions, whereby if you add a folder to indexing options after your OneDrive folder has been moved to C drive, it's not going to index. You're not going to be able to find it. Instead, you have to create a generic OneDrive folder here and then move your original OneDrive folder to this one. So let's do that. Please click the Windows key and then type in indexing options, hit Enter, and in this screen click on Modify, and then you're going to choose under Windows C drive. Just put a tick box right next to OneDrive folder and click OK. So this is going to add it to indexing options. Now it might take some time for this to kind of generate itself and the indexing will start to work. For the time being, we're going to go ahead to the next step, which is to move the OneDrive folder right here on the C drive. So click on your OneDrive's icon, click on the gearbox, and then go ahead and choose Settings, and then in Account tab, click Unlink this PC, unlink account. That's right. And then OneDrive's going to kick yourself out of the system. It's going to ask you to set up OneDrive once again. Enter your email address. I'm just going to put in my email address here, and then I'm just going to put in my password. The next step, just give me a second to do that. Okay, and then we're going to go to a couple of steps until we get our OneDrive folder set up. Now, I'm going to explain about why we need to move OneDrive to C drive and why you need to add it to indexing options. But before that, we're going to change this location right here. You see it right now, it says C users, your username, and then OneDrive. You don't want it to click up arrow anywhere in this blank space to go all the way up to the top. You can find this PC, and then C drive, and then now you can select this OneDrive folder, double click it and choose select folder and click next. So now OneDrive is going to be moved there. Now I'm going to go on to continue to explain about why you need to do these things. So first of all, if you work with a team, you might want to use some macros in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc. And if everybody is using some commonly used macros, usually you would add it to an XLAM file. It's called an Excel add-on or Word add-on. You can have a simplified Word. And if you do that, then if everybody wants to refer to the same file, it needs to have the same folder path. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very complicated to use that file. So if everyone is using their OneDrive in C/OneDrive, it makes it possible to do so. Now the second reasons why you need to add your OneDrive folder to indexing options is that if your OneDrive folder is in the original location, that means under users folder, then it's automatically inside indexing options. But if you move it on the C drive, it's not. So you need to add it to indexing options, and indexing options allow you to click this Windows key and to start typing something, any names, and then it's going to show files that are under all of the folders that you added to indexing options. Now you see that here it's showing the original OneDrive folder. It's not showing the new folder just yet, so I'm just going to fix that. I'm just going to verify. First of all, you see that I have the new OneDrive folder sitting right here, Windows C OneDrive. this is the original OneDrive folder. This is new OneDrive folder. So we see a couple of things. We see that it still have some old files in here in the old original folder. So I'm just going to delete that. I don't need it anymore. Okay. And now I'm going to test indexing options. If I click on this Windows key and start to type some keywords, you can see that now it's correctly showing the items that are inside my new OneDrive folder, the actual OneDrive folder. Okay. And how do I know that it's the actual OneDrive folder? So if you just click any blank space here and press Alt up arrow, and you do the same thing in this folder, you can see that this folder on the right side has this OneDrive blue icon. That means it is the active OneDrive folder, whereas this one is not. Okay, so let's go back in here. Now there's gonna be another problem you need to fix before you finish this this tutorial I'm showing you, which is these three folders here. They are actually having some colors, but these ones don't. Okay, so you need to manually move or designate these folders to the correct location. So you are going to right click, for example, desktop here, click on properties, and then go to location. You see how it's pointing towards you know, the old folder. We don't want that to be the case. We're going to be we want it to point directly to C OneDrive desktop, and click apply. You might even click find target just to make sure it's there. It says you want to move all of the files from the old location to new, from the old location to the new location, excuse me, and you're going to click yes here, and that folder disappears. And similarly, we're going to right click documents and properties, and we're going to go to location and do exactly the same thing here. We're going to remove this username and users folder, click the last folder. You might click Alt Enter. It's a faster way to go to this properties windows. Click on location and do the same thing. And I'm just going to remove this and this and click yes, yes. And tutorial, your OneDrive folder is now correctly under C drive. And if you press the Windows key and start typing some stuff, it's going to be able to search files inside this OneDrive folder. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, leave me a comment. See you soon. Bye bye.